Hello YouTube, welcome back to Unloved Autos. This week we're going to take a shot at fixing my ongoing flooding and mud issue. I had a video on this a couple years ago about the flooding that occurs at one side of building 2 during very heavy rains. What we have here is a little drive and cattle guard that were installed a few years ago to provide access to the area between the two buildings. It filled in with silt over time. So I'm gonna have a guy out here who's gonna pick up the cattle guard, clear out the mud, put some gravel down here to hopefully alleviate that problem. Flooding doesn't occur here, but during the extreme heaviest of storms, so it's not a big deal. We just need to clean out the silt. Now let's go look at the greater problem. Here at the east side of building 2, the original dirt work was not done all that well, and water comes down this hill and gathers here at this door and goes on inside the building during heavy rains. A couple of years ago I paid a guy to put in a drain and move some dirt around, and he didn't do it exactly like I wanted, insisting it would work, and it had almost no impact. So I spent the last couple of years getting water out of the building every time we have a good rain, which is mostly in the spring. I found a new guy who's gonna come out today, move some more of this dirt, making a trench, set it up so that the water will go around this side of the building instead of through it. We'll see if it works. Hopefully it does. Maybe pile up some dirt here on the sides, kind of a berm to keep away some of the water. Here's the cattle guard that will go into the new slot right there. Hopefully when I am back here with my video on, we'll see something better. Well, YouTube, the first day of work is complete. Here we have the installed cattle guard. Looks good. Little ditch there over on the side. Ditch over here on this side. Hopefully this will divert the water away from the door. Here's the Kubota that did the work. His only complaint so far, looks like he gave the building a little kiss. Oops. Still, if it'll keep this place dry, I'm happy. Here's the area between the two buildings. As we can see, he cleared all that silt out from underneath the cattle guard. Built up the little pathway there. That should make a big difference to keeping some of the water out of here. Not that it's a big deal in the first place compared to the other side. Tomorrow he will come back and put a bunch of gravel down a little pathway here, and we shall be done. See you then. The work is complete, and here we have it. I'm standing at a funny angle to try to stay out of the rather hefty wind today. Over on the right, we have my little road, which is a little smoothed out again, not so lumpy. There's the cattle guard in place. From this angle, you can see my ditch, which will hopefully shed the water to the left and right. That wind today is just a bear. Anyway, there's the exit left and exit right. Now we wait for a storm to come along. Hopefully there's one more left in the season to give this thing a test. We'll now move over to the other place where they did the work and close out the video. Here we have the newly installed graveled pathway and cleaned out silt under the cattle guard to give us access into the area between buildings 1 and 2 and the doors there too. I'm pretty pleased with how this turned out. We will see if it works as well as I hope when it comes to the rain. Rain doesn't really come in here very often anyway, except during very heavy rains, because it does have access out through a culvert and then out the left side there. But the key here for this part was to get me the ability to come in and out of here after a rain without having to deal with a bunch of mud and a car getting stuck and so forth. So that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Till next time, drive safely.